Oh, come on.
It's the second date update with Jeff and Jenn on Q102.
When are we going on our second date? You said you'd call me, how long should I wait?
Hey, Mark, who's looking for a second date update. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good. It says you went on a date with Courtney. Is that right?
Yeah. Thanks for taking my call. I appreciate it. I met Courtney online. We went out a couple times, and the first date we met for lunch, and everything, went pretty well. I thought she was really easy to talk to. We had a lot of stuff in common. It was good. It was nice. So when I walked her to her car, I asked if she'd like to go to dinner sometime, and she seemed super excited about it. So, we made plans right then and there. And then, a few days later, we had our second date, and the restaurant was close to my house. And she actually offered to drive to my place, and then we'd ride together to the restaurant. And the car ride was nice, and I'm a calm and respectful driver, so I don't think that's, part of the problem.
No, but I'm wondering if she purposely set it up that way so she could see her place.
Oh, good idea, Jeff. Sneaky, too.
Was it a mess? Did you invite her inside?
Well, she didn't come in at that point, but later on, yeah. The dinner did go really well. We actually polished off 2 bottles of wine. And,
ooh.
Yeah.
You say 3?
Ew.
He said 2, still.
But
That's
still.
a lot.
Headache.
One per person,
That's a bottle
people.
each.
Come on.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and the food was really good, and we laughed a lot, and then, like I said, we did go back to my place, and she stayed for a little while. We did not sleep together, so don't think that, but I did kiss her, and it was really nice, and there was definitely some chemistry there. But when she left, I told her I had a great time, and I'd like to see her again, and she smiled, and she said, that'd be nice, and she told me to call her, and well, here we are. She hasn't gotten back to me since I've done all that, and no response, and I just kind of want to know what's up. So here I am.
Okay. What kind of shape is your place in?
To me, I think it's,
You keep it clean. You keep it neat.
yeah, for sure.
I don't know. It just feels calculated. Like she wanted to go I'm going to go to your place, and then from your place, we're going to go to the restaurant. So I guess that leaves the option of going back to his place later.
She might just have, she might be one of those that wants to be in control of her destiny, and she wants to.
Better your place than my place.
Yeah, and the restaurant, if it's closer to his house, that makes sense.
Yeah, you're not sleeping at my house.
Right. Okay. Why don't we take a break, Mark? When we come back, we're going to call Courtney, and we'll see what she really thought of you and your 2 dates and your place.
Okay.
And if there's any possibility of a 3rd date.
This is the Jeff and Jenn Morning Show on Q102. Sometimes the first date seals your fate. It's the second date update with Jeff and Jenn on Q102.
When are we going on our second date?
Mark and Courtney actually went on a second date. First date was lunch. Second date was dinner. Met at his place before going to the restaurant. Polished off 2 bottles of wine. Went back to his place. No sex. What a nice kiss. And he said, I'd like to see you again. She said that would be nice. And she said, call me. Which we've been through that discussion before. Did you call her or did you text her?
I did both.
And no response at all. Not even a blow-off response.
Nothing at all.
Right. And this is where we are. So if you're ready, we're going to call Courtney and see what's up.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hello?
Hi, Courtney.
Yeah?
It's Jeff, Jenn, Fritch, and Tim at Q102. How are you this morning?
I'm okay.
Is that weird that we're calling you?
I mean, yeah. How's it going?
Good.
Good.
What a giggle.
Yeah, I like that.
You kind of know what's up? Is that why you're giggling?
I don't know. I mean, I listen to you guys, so I don't, what's going on?
Well, we spoke with your friend Mark, who you had dinner with recently. You guys did a lunch and a dinner, I guess. And he was telling us a little bit about you, and you sound like a fun, cool person. And just thought we'd give you a call and see how things were going.
Just checking in.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is so funny. It's not funny, but I knew I should have just told him. It was so weird. I don't know. I didn't know what to say because he's got this thing and whatever. We all have things. And just because it isn't my thing doesn't mean it's a bad thing, you know?
Right.
Everybody's got a thing.
Now, did you discover this thing at his house? I'm just curious.
Yeah. Yeah.
I knew it.
His thing is garden gnomes. There's like hundreds of them. I don't know.
I thought it was going to be a sex thing or something. I don't know.
Were you hoping? Were you hoping for
That's
a
where
weird
my
kink?
mind immediately went.
I know.
Like, I
Now
know
we
they
don't-
didn't have sex, but still,
Maybe they didn't have sex because he offered up something
he tried
that was,
some move
that
and
wasn't for her.
So the
But
garden
no.
gnomes are in the house and not in the garden?
That's what I was going to ask. Are they outside?
Yeah, they're everywhere in his yard. And I thought, okay, well, maybe he lives with his, elderly mother
Grandma?
or something. I don't know. No, he just really likes the gnomes. And there's big ones and little ones and ones that are climbing up ladders and climbing up flower pots. And
That's really
there's
funny.
this little garden gnome wedding scene set up, like a tableau. I don't know.
That's
Now,
really
are there
never-
lots of flowers? Like, are they placed in gardens, or are they just like strewn across the yard?
Well, no, they're placed. Like, it's scenes. And I don't know. It's like Christmas, but not,
Okay.
It's like...
It's like a nativity, but with gnomes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never seen anything like it. I don't know. It was weird, right? But like at that point, at the beginning, like I was like, okay, well, it's not a total deal breaker. I mean, I started to think, well, we have good chemistry, right? So if things work out, I could maybe get him to scale back a little bit, and we went to dinner. We had a really nice time. And I really, I liked him. Like we had, like, there was definitely there was this chemistry and we got along, and I don't know. I really thought at that point, I was like, okay, we can figure out the gnome thing. But then we go back and I went in his house
Oh, God.
and there's like more.
It was
like,
gnome, sweet
more.
gnome.
Well, it's like everything. Like it's like the gnome kitchen towels and the pillows and throw blankets. And like
What is
at that point,
up?
Huh.
Wow.
That's
I just,
weird.
that's a commitment, right? So I had to ask him, and he was just like, well, I always loved them since I was a kid and collecting them for years and whatever. And I don't know. I could tell he really loves them. Like, that's his thing. Like, I would never be able to ask him to give them up. Like, that's just, it's just so many faces for me, like tiny faces. I don't know. It's just creepy for me.
Oh, yeah.
Because
But
my
I-
first
I
thought was
joked
maybe
with
this is
him.
just sort of a phase he goes through, like some people go through. Jen went through like a precious moments phase for a
Yeah.
while there, and you
yeah.
kind of abandoned it. Like, do you even know where yours are?
I know where they are. I sold most of them. I got rid of most of them. I have a handful, but I have an aunt that lived with me for a while that I used to be very, very close with, and she has a huge collection. And when I just saw her down in Florida, she's like, "Which ones do you want?"
Oh,
And
geez.
I'm like, "Oh God."
Well,
I'm
none
like,
of
"Well,
them-
let's not worry about it now."
Yeah.
See, this gives me anxiety just from a dust perspective.
Right.
Like the clutter of the
Yeah.
knick-knack of the dust.
Yeah.
Like, I
It
can't.
could also be, I think we've all said something at one point to a family member, like, I like that. And then all of a
yeah.
sudden, everyone buys you that thing, and you're like,
Yeah.
I just liked it. I did. I don't
Yeah.
need 400 Wizard
I
of
like
Oz
one
ornaments.
salt and pepper shaker. I don't
Good
collect
movie.
them.
That's
Yeah.
all.
But Mark has stated, went on the record that he's loved him ever since he was a kid. So it's probably not a phase that's going to go away
Yeah.
anytime soon, right, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, I've loved them ever since I was a kid. So, yeah, I mean, it's just kind of been my thing.
Have you ever been judged for your affection for gnomes by your friends or anyone in your life before?
No, not really. I mean, I had one friend said, you had a lot of them, but I mean, it's like, yeah, I know I do.
His friends are his gnomies.
Stop.
There's so many.
Rolling with my gnomies.
You're reading every shirt from Cracker Barrel, Tim. I know that's where you got this information. I've seen it. It's so interesting though, like what people collect.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
like
she's right. Everybody's got a thing.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, are they everywhere? Are they everywhere in your? I mean, she mentioned kitchen towels and throws and pillows. So there's the kitchen and the living room. Are
they in the bedroom?
Everywhere?
Yeah, I mean,
We
I have a
joked
lot
about
of them.
that.
He joked about that.
Well, I asked him. I was like, "Do you have them in your bedroom? You want to tell them what you said? Because it was. I mean, I know you were kidding, but."
When she asked about what I had in the bedroom, I said, that's where I keep my troll collection. I was kidding.
That's
It was
great.
totally a joke.
you gotta like
So
the
there
sense
are no
of humor.
trolls.
Yeah, no, it's funny, but like it was just like it's so many faces, you guys. I don't know.
You could
I
have
don't
just
know.
told me, though.
No, I know. I should have. I just like. I don't know. I just didn't want to insult you because I know you're into it, and I'm sorry. I should have. I should have gotten back to you. Like, I don't know. I just think maybe you should try to find someone who's going to be okay with all of that you have going on. I don't know. Like, find a dating service for people with similar interests. Does that even exist? I don't.
Did you add that to your dating profile online, Mark? Maybe
You should.
Yeah.
They should be in your profile
idea.
pic.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's my collection. I mean, maybe I will look into that, see if I can find someone with more similar interests. But it's just my thing,
I'm happy, man. If it brings you joy, that's cool. I'm down.
Knock yourself out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
I went out with a guy who had he had action figures, but they were like all on a shelf in his office, like home office. And I was like, okay, like that, I get it. Like
Yeah.
that makes sense. Like they're not everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, you guys.
These are everywhere.
Wow.
I do enjoy the scenes though, like setting up scenes in the yard. That's kind of cute and creative.
It is.
Fun.
You got a side to you there that I like.
It's like, I enjoy looking at them. I just don't want them in my house.
Same.
All right. Well, no second date, but it was great talking to you both. You sound like nice people. Sorry it's not a match, but Courtney, we appreciate you taking the call and coming on second date.